All right, come on. Let's clap, guys. Come on. Here we go. Good morning. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring Wake Up Team. That's with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. It is a Throwback Thursday. It is Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. It is 32 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We are here, only place on earth where you get your morning start right. That chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Listen, this is where you get that morning smoke. This is where you get the morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on this entire earth where you get your morning started right. SennyJ, good morning. God bless you. Good to see you this morning. Thank God for Jesus. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Throwback Thursday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know everything that is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with SennyJ, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that. Hey, Miss Miko, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Senny. Hello over there, Shawn.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Miko. Feels good to be here with you guys on this Throwback Thursday. We're going to be bringing y'all that morning heat. And speaking of heat, what's up with this weather? Is it summer? Is it going into fall? What's really happening? Right now in Lehigh Valley, PA, where we broadcast live from, it's currently 68 degrees, going to a high of 92. It will be balmy and sunny all day. New York City, same deal. You guys are actually more warm than us. You're currently 76, going to a high of 94, and you're going to have a beautiful day, New York. So get out and enjoy. Oh my God, today's going to be amazing. But you definitely want to stick with us. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We are so super excited for you guys to be here this morning, and we hope that everyone's out there. Please be safe, on your commute to work or whatever you're doing this morning, and we pray for you and your whole family out there. So please, and like I always say, like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Now, and good morning to my man DJ Tall Guys in the building, and also my beloved nephew Lee Scott.
Hey, Lee. Hey, Tall Guy. What's up, Miss Vanetta George? Miss Ambassador. What's up, girl?
All right, let's start this thing.
Guys, come on in.
Let's start this thing off with a bang. All right, listen. Yesterday, Miss Miko, I did something I ain't doing a long time before we start the show.
What you into, Shawn? What's going on?
Miss Miko, I was walking my dog.
Oh my God.
And I tripped on the curve.
Did you fall?
And I fell in the street. Miss Miko, I fell on my hand.
Was it a man down situation?
It was a man down. Miss Miko, I fell on my hand.
Rolled over.
Fell. Then the knee hit the ground. I did the rollover.
You did an ugly fall. That's the ugly fall.
That's
the fall where I want to laugh, but it's like, is he okay? But it's really funny. Is that like the kind of fall you did?
Yo, I fell. Miss Miko, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started. Miko, I fell in slow motion. I saw myself falling, but there was nothing I could do about it. Now, as I'm falling, I hit my hand right here. All this hit the ground, the knee, the rollover. So I'm thinking one thing, because I'm walking the dog. So I'm like, don't let go, got it. Don't let go of the leash. Don't let go of the leash. And after I did the double roll, and I didn't even care. I didn't even care if anybody was watching. I didn't care about none of that. After I did the double roll, I had the leash, but I was like upside down. I didn't know. Like I'm looking at the leash sky.
Like this? Cooper.
Yeah, I'm looking up at the sky. Cooper, my dog, he jumps right on me.
That's hilarious.
He's like, "Yo, you good?" And I jumped back up. like nothing happened. And I continued to walk the dog. I got a scrape on my knee.
You did not jump back up, Shawn.
I did.
You rolled over and then got on your knees and then put your hand on the sidewalk and slowly pushed up. You did not jump back up, Shawn Harvey. You're not that athletic.
It's all in the wording.
He jumped back up.
He put that pressure on that right knee. Put his hands on the ground, held his back.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Then and then you continued on.
No.
Don't lie to the people. We're very transparent on this show.
Listen, you know me. I don't get down with the line. I'm telling you, I was proud of myself the way I fell, did the double roll, and jumped right back up with the scrape on the knee.
Okay.
So, and I didn't even look around to see who was looking. I didn't even care. And it was really, there was nobody out there go, hey, guy, you all right? I didn't see anybody.
It's definitely on somebody's Ring camera.
I totally agree with you on that. And this would be something that would probably go into the trip viral situation. But my question to you guys is,
you're on TikTok somewhere, I'm sure.
My question to you guys is, and guys, good morning. Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started right before we get into the show. I'll start with you, SennyJ. When the last time, and then I want to ask everyone in the chat room as well, Cindy, when the last time you did the old-fashioned, and Ms. Miko, the way I fell, I didn't lift my leg up high enough to step over the curve. Mm-hmm. My foot hit the curve.
I know that kind of fall.
I had that kind of fall. My foot hit the curve because I was too lazy to lift my leg up to take that extra step. And I fell. And I did this.
I would have paid big money for that, to see that.
SennyJ and everyone in the chat room, Cindy, I ask you first. When the last time, before we get into the show, guys, only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Cindy, when the last time you had the old-fashioned trip with the hands hitting the ground first, scrape knee, roll over?
It's actually been a long time since I had that type of fall. So I don't know. Actually, no, I'm lying. When I went roller skating, do you guys remember that? I went roller skating. I don't know if it was this year or last year.
When you came to the party with me?
Maybe, because I fell and like hit my knee a lot, really bad. But I've been having a lot of near misses, like those trips that like you keep tripping.
Yeah.
for you trip and then like you trip a couple times after, but you don't fall. I've been having a lot of those lately.
Okay.
So, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, that's definitely happening to me a lot.
That is funny.
Miss Miko, when the last time, and welcome to the show, guys, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. When the last time you did the trip with the hand on the ground with the scrape knee and the rollover?
I didn't feel like that, Shawn.
Matter of fact, I want to say this first. I'm giving myself a 10 out of 10. If this was an Olympic sport,
you can't do tripping, that. We need to see it.
And I give myself a 10 out of 10 on the trip. Go ahead, Miss Miko.
I didn't trip like that, but the last time I fell was a couple of years ago. I fell down the steps in my house, and the fall was so stupid. Both Ari and Mike, they looked at me, and then they just started laughing. I was embarrassed. I got mad and cursed them out because I was so embarrassed the way I fell down the stairs. I was click-clacking in my slippers, and my slippers were slippery. So it was like, whoop, straight down the steps.
I hate that. And
when I fell, I was quiet. And they just looked over at me and started dying. I was so mad. I wanted to punch them in their face. I was so mad. I had to fake like, oh, my back hurts so bad. Y'all think it's funny. Ain't nothing funny. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
So wait a minute. When you went down the steps, did you do the rollover or did you did the ass on
I felt like a flat piece of bacon. It was like this.
Not a flat piece of bacon.
Straight down.
Oh, you just gave up and let the stairs take you.
The stairs took the wheel.
fell down multiple stairs. Oh, that's the worst. I hate falling
I
down
was
stairs.
so mad. Ain't nobody trying to help me. Yo, they just straight looked at me and bust out. Like I was so upset. My ego was hurt.
It was out of their hands to me, though. You were already on the downslide. What they go to?
Guys in the chat room, please. When the last time you did the rollover, the fall, the trip? We want to know. Please, you comment in the chat room, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Sydney had 15 near misses. She hasn't tripped. I did the classic one hand straight to the knee double rollover. Miss Miko did the ass on the staircase solo one dip.
But Shawn, did you hurt yourself? Like this
SennyJ,
morning when you woke up, were you like, that fall?
Yeah, the back of my heel like hurt just a little bit, but then I was fine. And I got a scrape on my knee. So when I came in from walking the dog, wife's in there in the room. And I come in and I go, I fell. I told her, I said, I fell. And I think I scraped my knee. And she saw my knee and she goes, it's starting already.
Oh. Oh no.
For real, that's how it starts. She would know. It's just the little trips and falls, and the next thing you know.
Yeah. Before we start the show, please describe when the last time you tripped, when the last time you fell.
Tanya, make sure that life insurance is in order, girl.
Paid up, girl.
The end is near.
Yo, what's Shawn Donald? Yo, he broke his big toe on the trip. And he died of big toe broke.
R.I.P.
All right. So, guys, welcome to the show on Earth, where you get your morning started right. We truly appreciate you guys. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on all media with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Okay, Cindy, let's get into our first story today. We are here. We're truly excited to be here. And like Miss Miko said, and I'm for sure before we end the show, share a recap. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees out here today. I know what's going on with that. But Miss Miko will give us more detail about the weather.
And all the pools are closed. Like
it closed on Labor Day. Yep.
The BS. Time for me to sneak into some resorts for this last week. Get the rest of my sun in.
Well, get your sneak on.
Oh my gosh. Only benefit to living in the Poconos. There's always a pool available. Any time of year you feel like going to the pool. Okay, so
when the last time you guys tripped, if you don't mind, let us know. When the last time
what you call it? DJ Quick Draw said that he fell. I don't know where his comment went, but I read it real quick. He said he was running up the stairs at a show and he fell in front of over 200 people. It was too late to catch the fall, and they just all started laughing at him.
Oh my God!
Shout out to DJ Quick Draw.
Sorry
that happened, bro.
Yeah, Shawn, you ever tripped on stage and fell?
Or like getting up and walking on stage on the step?
Well, I can't recall that. What I can recall back in my drinking days, I almost I walked to the stage drunk as hell, and I almost fell off the stage. And the New York King talent grabbed me before I fell off, so I took another step to fall off the stage.
Oh no! Wow.
And then when he grabbed me, pulled me back, he walks off the stage. I get on the mic and start cursing out the crowd.
Now you mad at them because you fell.
Yeah. So and then they yelled at me, and I told them to go F themselves, and it was just a hot mess. So that's the closest I fell off the stage.
Oh, okay, I'll take that because that too funny as hell. Even though I'm sure it was scary.
The trip in front of 200 people, I think that would be totally embarrassing to me. Miss Miko, if you tripped in front of 200 people, how would you feel about that?
Yo, I was embarrassed when I tripped in front of my family. So you already know if I tripped in front of 200 people, It's the death. It's done. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. I feel stupid. I'm gonna sit and be quiet for a couple of times. Shutting down social media. Yeah, super embarrassed.
Not just shutting down your social media.
You know I'm sensitive.
I would probably die. I'm one of those people that, like, if you fall, like, I'm gonna just lay there. Until everybody leaves and just forget about it. I would just be like, no, just leave me here. Just leave me here. Just leave me here.
Woo. Yes.
Just let me die. I couldn't do it.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the show. All right, Sydney, what you got?
What I got right now, what I thought is a little interesting, you know, a little family drama going on with John Singleton's family. And he was a producer, right? I think he was like a big producer. He created Baby Boy, right? Well, his mom is actually winning a court order against her granddaughter, Cleopatra, after the celebrity kid asked the judge to continue her 4-figure monthly school allowance despite already graduating school. Family members of the late John Singleton are once again in court, hashing out rights from money to his estate. The famed director's mother is the executor of the estate. Now, his daughter, Cleopatra, was granted nearly $3,000 in a monthly allowance from the producer's estate to support her scholastic efforts. Now, in April of that year, he succumbed to complications from a stroke and he unfortunately passed away. In his will, he left each of his 7 children a 1/7 interest in his estate, right? And named his mother, Sheila Ward, as the controller. However, after his mom reportedly denied Cleopatra and her mother's request to be paid $1 million from the estate, which they claimed to be owed, because I guess that would have been their share of the estate. His daughter successfully motioned a court judge to grant her what would be, I guess, a monthly allowance, as she was a full-time college student at the time with no additional sources of income. Now it's being reported that his mother claimed in a recent court update about the estate that the granddaughter is no longer in school and asked the judge to end her monthly stipend. She wrote in a legal document that her granddaughter graduated from Xavier University of Louisiana in May of 2021, but has still been receiving $2,700 a month for school expenses. She asked that her final payout be reduced by the amount she was paid after her graduation date. The judge ultimately sided with the grandmother on the matter, but the ruling wasn't given without a fight. The daughter then reportedly motioned for her grandmother's request to be denied, along with the entire estate update. She reportedly claimed that her grandmother had given the court inaccurate information, arguing that she's still taking online classes and that her grandmother failed to report certain transactions that took place. So what the judge ultimately ruled was that the grandmother submitted sufficient evidence to prove that she finished school, effectively ending her monthly payments. And that's where they're going to go from there with it. So I don't know if their grandmother is going to give her, I guess, the rest of the money out of the estate minus the school payments. But yeah, she won that. So she's not getting the $2,700 a month anymore. So that's a little sad. I don't know why the grandmother, it's always interesting to see like these family things like play out after the fact. Cause it's like, well, what is going on? Maybe the grandmother doesn't like the mom. It just feels like.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up with Grams? What's up with the granddaughter?
And I want to know what's going on with the other 6 kids. Like,
right.
Are they getting their share? Or maybe playing devil's advocate, maybe the grandmother just doesn't want her to run through her money. So she's trying to get her to be, financially responsible.
Shout out to my guy, DJ BQ from Brooklyn. Big shouts to you, brother, and shout out to the one and only Rel Holla, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, Rel.
Mr. Holla.
Okay, so the grandmother is in charge of the estate. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, you just answered that whole question, SennyJ. The grandmother has to protect the estate. This woman is done with school. Why are we giving her
$2,700? $2,700.
I don't care if
That's
Let me
it's,
see how much his
to a
estate is worth.
millionaire. $2,700, Sean.
I don't
Come
care if it's
Nah.
$32.15. It's over. You're not getting $2,700 per month for nothing. We dealt with we had an agreement via the court. The court said in order grandma or the estate to pay $2,700 a month while this woman was in school. They honored that. Now she's trying to neighbor rig it and say she's taking online classes.
2,700, not 27,000.
I don't care what. Like I said, I don't care what it is. Miss, you're done. You graduated out of Xavier University out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Go get your ass a punk ass job. Go get a job so you can pay your punk ass loans if you have any.
No.
His estate is worth $6,858,541.41.
Exactly. So grandma got to watch every dime of that.
Mm-mm.
Grandma
have generational wealth for just her.
That it's generational wealth to grandma. That's it. Not for the kid. How old is this young lady? Let's say she's in her 20s. You have a long life to live, young lady. You can make $1 million on your own. You don't need the $2,700 anymore. It's over. If Cindy just said he got 6 other kids. God knows what's going on with that situation. And it doesn't even matter if the grandmother don't like the mother don't like the daughter. The grandmother is in charge of the estate. It's a business.
Mm-mm.
Estates are businesses. Imagine if you look up right now, if you guys look up Michael Jackson's estate right now. It is a business that's probably run by a few people and employs hundreds of people. This is business. So grandma is looking at it that way. It's $6-point-something million that this man has in his estate. $2,700 a month is going to destroy that $6 million. You're done. We did it. We honored the commitment ordered via the court. You're a grown-ass young woman now. Going out there, I'm for sure you can make up that $2,700, young lady, because if you can't make up this $2,700, then there's something wrong with you.
So for Michael Jackson's estate, it belongs to the survivors of the Jackson family, which includes his mother, Catherine, his 3 children, Paris, Prince, and Blanket, John Branca, his attorney, and John McLean, an accountant.
Wow.
They're the administrator of the estate.
How much is it worth? How much is it worth, young lady?
The estate was argued that the total value was $5.1 million, while the IRS initially estimated that the estate's value of more than $500 million, then reduced it to $481 million. So I don't know where's the big difference from the 5.1 to $481 million. So somebody's hiding something. What's going on in the Jackson estate?
So let's just say that Michael Jackson's estate is worth $400 million. You understand what I'm saying? And then look, and it's run by a kid named Blanket and Fruit Loops and all and the mom.
Leave them kids alone.
But this is the point I'm making. Like, this is an everyday business. So John Singletary's beloved grandmother has to look at it that way. They honored the $2,700. That's all you get. It's done. The time is over. It's like child support. When the child gets a certain age, it's over.
Ro Hollis said is the reason that he made his mom the beneficiary or the executive of the estate. Maybe there's a reason he did that.
Yeah.
Because he ain't trust none of them baby mothers, and he probably wasn't married.
Yeah, he wasn't married.
He probably wasn't married.
Always have to fall back on mom.
Right, it falls back on mom. Maybe his I don't know. Maybe he had an estranged relationship with his own mother. But what we do know is he had love for grandma. So grandma took over the estate, and she ain't gonna let nobody rob her baby.
No, it's his mom. It's his mom.
Oh, his mom
runs it. Yeah, it's his mom that runs the estate.
Okay, my fault.
It's kid's grandma. It's crazy.
Right, exactly. I apologize for that. Right. So his mother, that's all he could trust. You could trust mama.
Well, your mom is out here messing with the church's money.
So the mother's like, yo, granddaughter, you're done. We did it.
I can be done, but just make sure I get the rest of the money that's in my thing. That's
What
in my
money?
account.
What money?
More money.
There's no more money.
Yeah.
You're done.
That was a workaround because you didn't want to give me the money that I was originally owed. So I had to fall back on school. But okay, now that that's done, now that I'm done with school and you took money out of my thing for the school, now I have the rest of it. She said
There's
$1
no
million.
more money, young lady. There's no more money. You're young. Go get you a job and make you some money. You can make $2,700 a week. Get out of here. You're done.
Wow. You don't think the kids deserve?
No.
That's what parents work for, to give to their children.
He did.
And in death, that is the ultimate sacrifice.
The man gave gave his life. Okay?
Yes. You worked all your life creating all these great things, and now I am to reap the benefits of said things that you did. And I don't use your mom as a barrier. I am your seed.
He did. He got his daughter, even though he's chilling in a box right now. I say that respectively. He got his daughter through college. What else you want him to do?
You know, you parents, you wanna bring these kids into this world. None of them asked to be here, and
So
then you
what?
want to tell them to go work, go do something. I was doing something, chilling in your body till you brought me here. No one asked me. And now you want me to work till I die.
That's right.
What is this scam called life? I feel homegirl. I totally get what she's saying. Either give me money to live or just take me down.
All right, listen.
Take me down, Senny.
And this is the problem with you kids that are so totally ungrateful. Okay?
Ungrateful for bills and suffering.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You should be
take care of you in your old age, and I gotta pay more money to put you in a home.
You should be grateful that you should be grateful that you're here, because I know one thing for me personally. And I say this all the time. I left a lot of kids on T-shirts, socks, car dashboards, movie theater seats, a bunch of foreheads.
And they escaped. They escaped the great scam of life.
A bunch of foreheads.
Yeah.
17 cheekbones.
And that's where they should have been left.
Oh my God.
Because
okay, so now you're here. So now you're here.
They don't have to pay UGI. Now they don't have to pay exorbitant rent places. Now they don't have to fear war from China. I wish somebody would have left me on the back of a movie theater seat.
Yo, Princess Cox No Pause said wigs. That's right. Wigs. You know how many kids I left on wigs, son?
Yo, Princess.
So I don't want to hear all your bitching. You got $2,700 a month for a week or whatever for all your collegiate years, and since you was born, it's over. Go out there and get a job and act like an adult that you are, and be grateful that you're here, because you could have been on somebody else's sock. So let's knock it off.
Wow.
And you went to Xavier University in Cincinnati, which is a D1 school.
It's in Louisiana.
Okay, it's in Louisiana. It's a D1 school. God knows how much the tuition is to get into that school per semester. So you knock it off, young lady. And let me.
All of this was done under duress.
What? Are you serious right now?
People make you go to school and make something of yourself. I feel her, Cleopatra.
Well, I don't. What's her name?
Get what's owed to you, Cleopatra, because these parents out here aren't doing their jobs.
Especially that grandma.
Period.
Fight tooth and nail, girl.
The same went for Dr. Dre when he was trying to ice out his daughter. She didn't have to be here. Give them the money, bro.
No more money.
It's hard out here. I feel you.
The man is
for everything they got. I'm waiting for my kids to come after me soon.
The man is dead, okay? Can he rest in peace? He did his job.
So they say. But Cleopatra's still out here needing money.
And why is your name, and young lady, why is your name Cleopatra? What's going on with that?
Ask her father.
Okay, we need to change that name. We need to do a reboot.
Whatever. Moving on.
Right.
If any of you are thinking about having kids, think about that. Think about what they're supposed to do when you don't want to do it anymore. Okay? Think about
Man,
that.
the
Wrap
man
it
is
up.
dead.
Wrap it up.
The man is dead, okay? And he's still paying bills.
As he should. That's what happens when you have children. You have to
Welcome to
take
the
care of
show,
them
guys.
for the
Welcome to the
rest of
show.
your life.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Let's see the hearts in the chat room. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turn down for what? I want to see them hearts in the chat room. Go ahead, Cindy. What else you got?
The rapper Young Blue is walking back statements he had made earlier in the week. He got caught. Some woman went on a tirade because he flew her out and I guess didn't do anything with her. But his wife found out about it. It was big on social media. Rapper Young Blue is appearing to make his marriage is in an attempt to make his marriage work. In a now deleted statement shared to his Twitter account, the 29-year-old recording artist issued a public apology to his wife, Timaria, after he was exposed last week for allegedly flying a woman out to meet him while being married. Amid the cheating allegations that recently surfaced, Young Blue, real name Jeremy Biddy, admitted to stepping out on his wife. He said, "I would like to publicly apologize to my wife. I will never get on the internet and bash you no matter what you say out of hurt. You're such a good woman, solid, rare, and I love and appreciate you. It's a lot that this industry brings. It's a fast life, and sometimes as men, we fall short of what's right. But I'll never be stupid enough to lose what's best for me. Hope this message reaches you somehow, giving everything else to God from here. Back to the music and enjoying the love of my fans on tour. Family over everything." On September 1st, many fans learned Blue was allegedly being unfaithful to his wife. A young woman who goes by the username Teenom, she made a TikTok video where she basically aired out that Young Blue flew her out. She was on a private jet with him and all this other stuff. Then his wife made a TikTok video seemingly confronting him about what this girl was saying. He was running around the house, ran outside, talking about that wasn't me, she's lying, all this other stuff. So then the girl Teenom made a follow-up video on TikTok where she basically said Blue slid in her DMs, asked to go hang out with her. She went, hung out with him on his private jet. But she said in the video that he didn't talk to her at all. He wasn't like, he didn't feed her. He didn't talk to her. She was just basically like following him around. And she was basically dragging him because she's like, what you bring me out here for if we're not going to do anything? So a lot of people were like, well, he didn't even do anything. So what's the problem? Obviously, he wasn't cheating on his wife, all this other stuff. Then he came out and made a video basically saying he didn't make a video, but he went to X, formerly known as Twitter, basically saying that he didn't that he didn't mess with her because she stunk and she was loud and all this other stuff. But it's like at the end of the day, no matter if you didn't mess with her or not, why did you fly her out then? You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people are like. You obviously wanted to do something and you didn't for whatever reason. So you should have just sent her back home. So I don't know. Everybody feels like there's a little something more to the story, but obviously they're both over that now and he's giving it to God. Please. The whole thing was ridiculous.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. One more time, let's see the hearts in the chat room. I love the fact that you guys are putting your hearts in the chat room. Let's see some more hearts in the chat room. Let's show each other some love this morning. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. It's your boy Shawn Harvey with the Queen SennyJ and also the Queen Miss Miko. Now, what I do like about this young man, I love that name, Young Blue. As a rapper, I love that. These rappers are with these young at the beginning of their names.
You can even call him a freaking rapper.
Young Blue.
I've never heard of him.
I never heard of him as well. But Young Blue, this is your uncle talking to you. I'm qualified. I used to rap back in the day. Y'all remember? Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat.
No.
Guaranteed rock movie fee.
No.
All the ladies in the house say, Al, you don't stop, keep on. I get it, brother. And when I used to rap, I had one groupie back in the day. I told y'all that. I told you I had one groupie. But this young man, sir, you have played yourself. You make yourself look like a complete idiot on social media apologizing to your wife. What is wrong with you? While you're apologizing to your wife, she's probably out there on a date with somebody else. And who do you think you are, sir, to have a woman, a side chick, whatever you want to call, on a private jet for the mission to chase the vagina? You should be ashamed of yourself because, number one, sir, you are a public figure. You don't. Most people that are around you are trying to get something from you. But you young cats, you want to smoke the weed. You want to pop the bottle. You want to wear the $600 jeans. You made it. And you're young, you're in your 20s, you have a wife. I'm assuming this is a beautiful woman, even if she's not. This is the type of love and this is the type of respect you're going to show your wife. You got an Instagram TikTok groupie on your jet that's very loud. And then you're going to sit there and have a nerve enough to say that her vagina stinks? And listen, let me tell you something. I've been around a lot of stink vagina in my life. I get it.
Oh my God.
I understand it, my friend. But what you did was totally wrong. First of all, why are you on social media apologizing to your wife? That's a conversation between you and her, sir. And then if you'll get to a better place, then if you're going to do the social media thing, you go on social media as a collective together. You go on social media together and say, hey, listen, I love my wife. You do the Kobe Bryant thing back in 92.
No.
But you don't sit there and go on social media and apologize to your wife for trying to chase the vajayjay. Mr. Young Blue, this is your uncle talking to you, sir. And let me tell you one more thing, sir. Don't you ever do that again.
Oh, please. He's doing it right now.
Don't you ever do that again. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not a relationship expert. You already know. I've been thrown out of 57 women houses. I've been in 78 relationships. But in my elderly age now, I know what it is. And rapper Young Blue, just like you said, focus on the music. Treat your wife as the queen that she is, sir. And stop flying out women for the pursuit of the vagina. You have one vagina at home, sir.
Yeah.
And it's not fashionable these days to have one vagina for some strange reason. Sir, you have one vagina. Sir, your uncle Shawn Harvey has one vagina, sir. Let's start that movement. Let's start that one vagina, staying in one vagina movement. How about that?
I'm weak. That's hilarious.
Fellas in the chat room, put a number 1 in the chat room if you're about that one vagina life.
Sean.
Yes, please. Put it in the chat room. I'd love to see this.
Fellas, put a number 1 in the chat room if you're about that one vagina life, sir.
No, put your wife as your profile pic.
Exactly.
One vagina life.
Excuse me?
Put your wife as your profile pic.
Wait, why does a man have to do that? A man doesn't have to put his wife as a profile picture to show.
It's called Wife Appreciation Day.
Excuse me, Miss Miko, SennyJ. God bless both of you. A man doesn't
God
have.
bless you, Sean.
A man, thank you. A man doesn't have to announce his love for his wife.
He should.
Via a profile picture.
He should.
The love have to run deeper than that, the young ladies.
But it'll sure help when he's sliding in my DMs.
Ooh.
But
Not
go
sliding
off.
your DMs.
Go
You want to
off,
share
Kings.
something, SennyJ?
Go off, Kings.
Go ahead, Miss Miko.
I said, Cindy, you want to share something?
One day, maybe I will.
I say this, fellas, you don't have to put up a profile picture of your beloved to validate your relationship, sir. To validate your relationship, just show your lady as much love and respect as you possibly can. Yes, if you want to put some pictures on social media, you can. Hey, listen, and this is coming from a person, listen, my Facebook profile is a picture of my wife and I.
Yeah, because Shawn's seen some things, so he knows. Take a page out of the book of your leader. Shawn knows what to do, okay? Because if he doesn't.
But sirs, all my kings out there, don't feel that pressure as well. Don't feel that pressure as well to make your significant other in your profile picture. You don't have to do that as well. That's a fringe benefit. That's showing some love. But it doesn't validate the relationship as a whole.
Right. It just makes it easier to sleep at night.
See, Miss Miko, SennyJ is coming from a negative point here.
Cindy is on one this morning.
Now, Cindy, let me ask you this question. How many married men or men in a relationship have slid into your DM, young lady?
Shawn, if I had
Cindy, don't even talk about it.
If I had a penny, okay,
right,
I'd be living next to Kim Kardashian, okay?
Wow.
I'm like a magnet for men like 45 and older.
That are in relationships? That's
like usually my demographic, so I've seen a lot. For some reason, I can't get a 30-year-old to save my life. So I love that for me here.
Well, God bless you. All right, Cindy, check this out. Before we get back to you, we're gonna go jump into Miss Miko. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with SennyJ and also Miss Miko. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show on all platforms. We truly appreciate you. All right, Miss Miko, we yield your time back to you. What's going on? What you got, Miss Miko?
Okay, you guys, I'm going to talk about fantasy football. I know there's a big game on Sunday. I think it's the Eagles and Buffalo. Cindy, correct me if I'm wrong. Who's playing? Somebody's playing Sunday. You guys know I don't watch football.
Is this the official game of football season?
Something's happening because Mike is like, listen, don't ask me to go nowhere this weekend. I'm busy, especially Sunday and Monday. So football must be starting back. So I know a lot of you guys are doing fantasy football. So here are a few mistakes to avoid so that you can make some money. I know.
Hold on, Miss Miko. Hold on, Miss Miko. Cindy, there's a young man in the chat. His name is Chris. He said he's 33. There you go, Cindy. So
are you married, Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Are you married?
Chris, show yourself.
Chris, let me see your profile pictures, young man. This is your uncle talking to you, sir. Chris, this is your Uncle Shawn. Hold on, Miss Miko.
Okay.
God bless you. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Welcome, Chris. Stay a while.
Just stay a while. Welcome.
And slide into her DM, Chris.
Chris, these are just four questions we're gonna ask. Four questions.
He said he's not married.
Okay, 4 questions we're gonna ask. 1, how many baby mothers do you have? 2, do you have a car? 3, do you have a place of your own? 4, are you in a current relationship? Go ahead, Miss Miko.
Do you have a passport? That's very important.
Or can get one within 6 months.
Go ahead, Miss Miko.
Oh my goodness, Chris. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about, y'all.
Okay, so football starts.
I'm stuck on the City dating show right now.
Football starts tonight, I believe. Is the Kansas City Chiefs against the? I can't remember. Yes, this is the football season. Football starts this weekend. But they do have a big Thursday night game. I think it's the Kansas City Chiefs against, I can't
The
remember.
Lions, Princess against Detroit Lions tonight.
Okay,
start the season.
so that's the start of football. So, yeah, you was getting into fantasy football, right? Chris,
Yeah.
what's going on? Chris, where do you live, sir?
I'm weak. Leave this man alone.
Chris, where do you live, my friend?
Oh my God.
His name is Chris Leo. You guys fan out and go find out what you can about him.
Okay, matter of fact, guys, if y'all don't mind, welcome Chris Leo to the room. Chris, welcome, sir. We truly appreciate. Everybody, show him some love.
He's
Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Preaching the wake up team.
Oh, they got money over there. What part of Connecticut? No, that's not.
Cindy, when the last time you dated a 33-year-old? It's been a minute, right?
It's been a minute. It's been a while since I went.
Chris, Chris, you sure you can handle all of that?
You're so stupid. I can't.
Miss Miko, go ahead. Finish with fantasy football.
Hold on, I'm looking up Chris.
This is riveting.
Yeah, I was doing some homework for my girl Cindy. I was trying to get on his profile. So 10 fantasy football mistakes you always make, and I'm going to tell you how to fix them. I don't know about it, but I'm helping you guys out. The first thing you want to do.
Fantasy football. Do you guys win money off that? Do people win money with fantasy football?
I don't know.
I don't know. Miss Miko's doing the story. I don't know.
I didn't get to that part. I was just giving y'all some tips. Okay. I don't know about the money part. I don't gamble. So the first mistake is drafting too many startable players. If you have a bunch of guys who start every week, that's going to cloud your judgment and mess up your decision-making process. So instead of building up a stable of potential starters, you want a lineup composed of clear players and obvious backup. The next mistake that you make is overvaluing your hometown players. If you're a diehard Eagles fan, that doesn't mean that your starting fantasy receiving should be somebody from the Eagles. Try to avoid guys that you root for because they can cloud your judgment. The smart move would be make players from your favorite team off limits. That's a good strategy when you're playing with a bunch of buddies from the same city who are all eager to draft the local favorites, but they're not acquainted with the top players from other division or conferences. Number 4, the mistake is drafting by position as opposed to value. Many guys say that they have to take a running back on his first round, even if they're picking 7th or 8th. You're not going to get much value if that player out of that player, because he's probably going to be the 5th or 6th best running back left on the board. The smart move will be to draft for minimum risk. You need to grab players who are locks to perform, especially in the early rounds. So instead of selecting the 5th or 6th best running back, go with your first pick and take the 2nd best wide receiver. And last but not least is the mistake is not knowing the rules of your league. The way points are awarded can vary from league to league. So for example, a lot of groups are switching up points per reception format to take the focus off the running back position. Other variations include not docking a quarterback points or throwing intersections. These can be big factors, and what wins in one league may not win for another. So the smart move would be don't try to fit a square peg into round holes. In other words, pay attention to the rules, avoid sticking to the same draft plan for each of your leagues. And you need to be smarter than that. So that is Miss Miko's tips for not making mistakes during fantasy football.
Well, okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Miko. Truly appreciate you. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Chat room is open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. If you are out there, and Jay Button just announced in the chat room, yes, you can make money off of fantasy football. But if you are gambling on fantasy football, what is wrong with your natural life? Who has the time to sit there and worry about a particular individual performing comparison to whatever the team is doing? It's too much. It's too much to worry about a running back that's got to score, that got to run 50 yards if he gets hurt. Then the quarterback got to score 4 touchdowns, and this other guy got to get 2 tackles. It's too much. You're never going to win that way. You're better off just betting the simple game the under over, who's going to score the most at the end of the game, who's going to win the game outright, or the point spread itself. That's sports betting to me. If you get into this fantasy football, this is very addictive, everybody.
It's gambling for sure.
And first of all, yeah, it's gambling. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with a little, slide a little few money, a few dollars on the New York Mets tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to sit there and worry about how many hot dogs the concession dude is going to sell before the third inning. Or how many yards a quarterback's going to throw in the first 3 minutes of the game. It is too much. Fantasy football has went to a whole nother level now. This is very addictive. And look, Miss Miko sat there for the last 3 minutes explaining the new rules and regulations of fantasy football. And first of all, do you understand what's going on, everybody? The first word in this whole equation is fantasy. It's not even real. You gambling on a fantasy?
Way to bring it home, Shawn. Way to bring it all back.
Who gambles on a fantasy? Fantasy football. That means you're making up your own game in the game. Who gives you the you have the goal? Who do you think you are to control the game within the game, idiots? What's wrong with you?
Fun. It's
not
hobby.
fun. This is not fun. This is super addictive and it's terrible.
Oh,
Why don't you go the old-fashioned way? Just say the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win over negative 14 points over the Colts tonight, which means they got to win by 15 for you to win the game. That's it. And go on with your life. When you're watching fantasy football, you got to sit there glued to the game all day. You got all these stats. You got more stats on fantasy football than you do in your for your whole entire life.
That's true.
Not Miss Miko co-sided.
Miss Miko, is your beloved husband Mike sitting up there in the house playing fantasy football, Miss?
No, he's not.
Listen,
because Mike got things to do.
He's busy.
Let me tell you something. For all you football sports bettors, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But just keep it basic. Just bet on the game. You can bet on, the player, scoring a certain amount of touchdowns or strikeouts. That's cool too. But when you try to put a team together so you can profit, it never works. Okay, you might hit every once in a while, but this is not going to work. It's too complex. The odds are against your punk ass.
Shout out to Ralhalla. He said that he won one time. And then he said another time they took his money and he never seen them again. So, Raul, call in, Raul. We need to figure out what's going on. And Raul was on the Kendra G show. I want to know how that went for you too, Raul. So call in. You know the number.
570. And if you don't, the number's 570-982-6950. Now.
He said he's going to call in.
Now, the thing with this is there's nothing wrong with sports betting. And actually, they said sports betting is going to go up 50% in revenue starting, when football season starts, because we all have more access to sports betting via all these apps.
And we're all in poverty.
Sports betting, there's a lot of us is going to lose a lot of money this year. And with Rel probably won, of course, but then it's like when you win, you let everybody know you win. But when you lose, you don't tell nobody that you lost. So you can win one time and you let the whole world know, but lose 30 other times and you won't let anybody know. And that's what sports gambling is. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Miss Miko and SennyJ. Who's this?
What up, it's Ralph.
Hey, Ralph.
Our beloved Rel Holler's on the phone. God bless you, bro. Love you to death, brother.
Love you too, bro. You already.
Yo, you out here, you living in a fantasy life, bro?
No, so I did so my boys, like, they're really into sports, right? So they was like, yo, we doing fantasy football. You know, you want to get in. So this was years ago. So this Peyton Manning was still playing. So I actually got Peyton Manning, and that year he went crazy. But so how it works, right? You pick. It's like they're giving you all the top players in the league: running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and then defense, and then the defense. Right? They don't give you the whole defense. So basically, I just picked, you know, because you go in the order, right? Like who gets first pick, right? Like the draft. So I'm like, all right, I picked. Then it's all set up for you. So whenever the players do something like that Sunday after that Monday, you'll see all the stats: who did what players did what, who's in the lead, whatever. I was like, yo, this is too much. So I did it one time. And luckily, that one time I did it, I won. And then I never did it again. I took my money and I ran. I was never doing that again. I was like, this is too much. Y'all crazy. I think I won like $300 or something like that.
City.
Oh, okay.
City, he did literally an NFL draft that they do on ESPN on a Tuesday night at 8:00 with the commissioner. They did they had lunch out there, and he lucked up. He lucked up and picked Peyton Manning on the humble.
Exactly.
Does the whole team you pick have to win, or just certain players?
Certain players, SennyJ, they have to win. So he lucked up. He picked Peyton Manning. Some other person that's involved in this committee. He hung up the phone. Look, bro, God bless you. Some other person in this committee organized this whole board. It's a lot of work. And look what Rel just said. Rel said after all this work that these people put in, and he invested his money, he won $300. Peyton Manning threw for 6 billion yards that year. He wins $300. If you are gambling on fantasy football, there is something completely wrong with you. Just go the regular route, put your little $20 or $100 on a football game for Sunday, or do your little 2-game parlay, and you're done. And Miss Miko, we appreciate your tips. The tip is stay away from fantasy football.
It's time consuming.
It's too much time. I mean, don't you have a life, everybody?
Well, God, time.
Just bet on the game like tonight. All right, Miss Miko, before we move on, Miss Miko, can you look up the point spread for tonight's game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts real quick? Go ahead, Cindy. What else you got before we got?
Oh, and fun fact, I love the Kansas City Chiefs. I made a bet in January of this year on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And they did. And I won. So Patrick, you always got a place in my heart, bro.
Right. And guess what? King. And you know how you won it. And Miss Miko, if you could give me that point spread before we get off the air, I appreciate you.
I don't know how to read a point spread.
Okay, that's cool. Only thing you got to do is type Google search.
No, I did. It says opening favorite Chiefs minus 6.5.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Okay, this is what it means. This is what it means. You got the point spread.
66%.
Hold on. See, but Cindy, don't laugh at Miss Miko, because she's the one that will place this bet and will win. The people who win sports betting is the people who don't know what's going on. The people who know what's going on never win. Okay, so 6.5, it says the Chiefs -6.5, right?
Yeah.
So that means the Chiefs have to win the game by 7.
Oh.
So if they win the game by 7, because the 6.5 is the push. So if they win the game by 7, you win.
Oh, win what?
However much money you put on it.
Whatever much money you put on the game. Oh. Now, what's the next odds? Do they have an under over? What's the next one?
The next one says, this is the NFL Week 1 matchup. The next one says opening favorite Falcons -2. Whatever that
Who are
Okay.
they
means.
playing? Who are they playing?
Who they playing?
It doesn't say. I'm on ESPN.
She sounds stressed out, Sadie. All right, forget about it, Miss Miko. She said, Miss Miko,
I can
she
see
like
the
that.
little
Know what I'm
smoke
talking
coming out of
about,
her
so I
ear.
don't like it.
Miss Miko. All right, we don't want you too uncomfortable. We can hear the stress in your voice.
Oh, opening total 51.5 points. Is that what you're talking about?
All right, so slow down. So 51 points. What they're saying is the game you could either place a wager saying that the Atlanta Falcons will win by over 51
No,
points.
Detroit Lions. It's Detroit Lions at Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, we back to that. So what they're saying is if the 51 is the marker, so they're saying you can either say the total points are going to be above 52 or below 52, the combined score.
Oh.
It's really fun, Miss Miko, once you get into it. We'll play
Yeah.
some of that one day.
Yeah, you need to get into it, Miko, because you're too stressed out.
I had to get into it because it makes me look cool at the bar, around the guys. You need to know a little bit of a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm the queen of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll be there on Sunday somewhere with some
See, look,
wings.
this is what you do the
Rooting
next
for
time. Miss Miko, this is what you do. I'm gonna score some points with your husband. When your husband is watching and your husband's a big 49er fan, right?
Right.
So when your husband is sitting in the house draped in 49er gear looking crazy in the streets with the helmet and the blanket and the gold and burgundy on the face and the socks and the big Joe Montana monument in the crib, you walk by him and you go, yeah, I took the other team -6.5.
Is that going to start a fight?
It's going to start a fight, but you're going to win money.
I'm going to do it.
Word.
All right, Cindy, before we close out, what else you got?
I'm gonna close out. There's actually like a lot going on in the news, but this one it's actually a strange twist. There's been this video going around of an officer. Put one in the chat room if you guys have seen this video on social media. It's of an officer, and it seems like he's talking to a woman, a black woman, and he's a white officer, and they're like, getting real close with each other. And then they go in the back of his police car. So it went viral. People are saying he's doing something inappropriate with possibly a prostitute. He's been put on suspension at his job. Well, the woman is coming out. And actually, I forgot that part. He's actually married. Okay, this is a married officer. But she has come out basically saying that she is a mom and that it was a fling. She told she told reporters her relationship with now suspended PG County police officer Francesco Marlette. It was not a one-night stand, and the pair had been seeing each other for about 2 years.
What?
Yes, that's the main story. That this isn't a little thing, she said. Of course, since he's a police officer, it looks bad. But I just want people to understand that this was not a one-night stand. She was first identified by Marlette's wife, Paula, who told her to rot in hell, bitch, in a fiery Facebook post Wednesday morning, just hours after her husband was suspended from the department, which launched an investigation into his conduct. Despite the publicity from the scandal, Pinto, who is a proud Army veteran, appeared collected and unfazed as she spoke about it, saying, "What's so exciting? He's a cop. I'm a civilian. We got caught. It sucks, but this will pass. I'm living my life. I have children. I'm sure, as you guys know, I have a 15-year-old autistic son. His father was Caucasian. I guess I have a thing for Caucasians. In my head, I've done nothing wrong. I'm going to continue living my life, doing what I'm doing. In my heart and his heart, I know that I've done nothing. He knows, Paula knows, I've done nothing wrong. God is my higher power. Paula had much stronger words about the situation in a statement. Seems like Virginia has a mouthful to give about me when her husband left her dirty ass because she can't stop cheating and inserting herself into other people's business, said the wife. My husband used her for sex because she was easy. I never put our marriage out there because, like all marriages, we hit a rough patch. We got through everything at the end of the day. Pinto and a uniformed Marlette were seen kissing and engaging in some heavy petting next to his squad car as it was parked near a child-filled park next to Oxon Hill High School. They then climbed back in together where witnesses said they stayed for 40 minutes before leaving separately. I think they have the video.
Senny,
Yeah.
Senny. First of all, guys, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with SennyJ and Miss Miko. Please like and share the show. Thank you so much. And shout out to all our new listeners in the chat room this morning. We truly appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I saw the video. And it was weird. It was like these Dominican dudes were filming it, and they're talking in Spanish, but I can't understand what they're saying, but you know what they're saying.
Right.
And you see the officer, and I want to give a shout out to the officer, boy. This guy, go ahead, yeah, I see this guy, boy, he's slinging that penis against the law. He doesn't give a damn. SennyJ showing the video. He doesn't give a damn. Sir, what are you talking about being suspended? No, sir. You need to get fired. You need to get fired off the Prince George's County Police Officer, Oxon Hill. I know that area very well. You're reckless. You're
That's
reckless.
right, girl.
You're lazy. Look, she's gonna.
Why would they do it by a park filled with kids? That doesn't make any sense. Go to the back of the Lowe's parking lot.
It makes total sense to me when it's time to rock that penis. Let me tell you something. And the side chick, she's like, it's all good.
She's like, this is what we do. I did.
We do this. I go on with my life. It's nothing. And then the wife is like, we hit a rough patch. So I'm gonna give a shout out to the officer's penis because he's slaying both of them.
But I want to know, when was the rough patch, hun? Because this video came out last week. So when was said rough patch? This ain't no old resurfaced video. Homeboy took this yesterday.
Yeah.
So somebody's lying.
Yeah, he's out of control.
Patch is still rough. You got eczema over there, girl. Psoriasis.
That's right. And all this is messy on social media for the rest of us to enjoy. That's the one thing you're giving us, because we are eating this all the way up. Sir, you are at your job. You couldn't wait. Miss Miko's right. You couldn't drive around the corner. The kids are playing, and she smacked it on. You seen the way that she took her hand and put it around his head and whispered.
She said, "My man."
He should have arrested her with the handcuffs.
That's right. And I don't know if you guys ever been in the back of a squad car. I've had. It's not enough room back there. I don't know how they did all of that for 40 minutes. Sir, you should get fired. I don't trust you as a police officer. It could be an emergency. The only thing you're thinking about is the vajayjay.
Seems like a lot of these officers are. Didn't I read that story about the housewife, the woman police officer that was getting passed around the squad room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
why
I don't know
do
what
you
these
think
officers are doing, but they seem like they're full of hormones. They're trigger happy and horny. I don't know who to believe anymore.
Trigger happy and horny.
That's right. And how many times have I said that I would never date a police officer, a corrections officer, and all these people? You don't. They're nasty. They're nasty, and this man has just proven it right now. These people that work in law enforcement are nasty. They cheat on each other. They have this whole fraternity. They don't listen. They feel like they're above the law in all categories. They cheat on themselves. And these people cheat so much that they have convicted felons escape from prison because they're in the prison smashing each other. Police officers and correction officers, you're nasty to me.
Dirty bird, dirty bird.
You're nasty.
Your comment is making me laugh.
You're nasty. I don't trust correction officers and police officers and anybody wearing about those folks in the army. Forget about it. I don't trust you. You're nasty. Because it's a combination, Cindy's right, it's a combination of your hormones and your privilege.
Word.
You really think you're above the law, or you don't even know how to turn it the F off. You don't know how to be a freaking civilian, you dummy. So what you go out and do? You know what you do? You are so arrogant that you will have sex in a public area at a park with kids, with cameras all over the place, and you don't give a damn. And this is why. Because of your privilege, and because you think that no one could share any kind of suggestions to you. This man should be fired immediately.
Yeah, he needs to
I
be
don't give
fired.
a damn about him. What if there was an emergency around the corner, sir? What you gonna do? Run out your car, zip up your zipper, and go to your emergency? I don't trust you.
For the simple fact that you give out tickets for this kind of stuff. You are held to a higher standard. You can't be arresting other people for doing the same thing you're doing.
Yep.
So you're just fired off of that alone. You're fired. Like,
You're done.
You can't do that.
Please fire this man.
He's not gonna get fired though. He's gonna get a slap on the wrist and told not to do it again.
And
And
then
him and homegirl and broadcast to Paula, they're still sleeping together, girl.
That's right. Ain't nothing changed.
He's not even at work.
That's right. He's probably over at the other chick's house. That energy still stays the same. And shout out to her.
Whatever, Short.
She keeping that same energy. And that's what you get, sir. You got an out of control side chick. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, you can't even. And then this side chick went to the news because
she went to the news.
She could have kept all this to her damn self, but she was like, you know what? I'm gonna let Paula know what's really good.
That's right. She's like, Paula, and you know what? She be buying my autistic son some new Air Force Ones. He's over there every other day. We've been doing this for
She gave it up.
Like Puff Daddy. She like, we do this every weekend.
Yeah. It's all right with you.
I can't. Marriages are taking an L all over the place.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you guys. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show. Put a number 2 if you didn't. And on top of that, please put the hearts in the chat room. We want to show you guys some love. We definitely appreciate you so much for tuning in. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team on all media. Cindy, before we get to the last word, we get to your last word first.
Yeah. My last word is to go and have a great day. Thank you so much for everybody watching.
Thank you so much. Now let's get to the real last word before we get out of here. Go ahead, Miss Miko.
Aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star.
Oh, I don't.
You don't like it because you're a hater. Miss Miko, say it one more time because it's well thought out, and she was ready. She just wanted to wait for you to finish whatever you was doing.
What if I'm aiming in the daytime, Miss Miko?
Stars are out in the day. They're just hidden.
Well, Cindy, why don't you look at Miss Miko and tell her that? Yeah, Miss Miko, say it one more time if you don't mind.
Aim for the moon, guys. And if you miss, you may hit a star.
There you go. All right, guys. We see you guys tomorrow. We truly appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. Hey, if you're not doing nothing tonight, we're at Comedy in Harlem. Let's have a good time and let's get our laugh on. So that's 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. All right. See, let's wave at these folks.
Bye,
God bless you. We see you guys tomorrow.